Amery, number 54, Jake Ginter at 6'2", a senior. And number 40 for the Bloomer Blackhawks, Bob Brandt at 5'10", a senior.
6'7" senior.
And the big guy for the Amery Warriors now coming out, number 55, Scott the House Jensen at 6'7", the senior. And the big guy for the Blackhawks, number 50, Randy Sarar at 6'4", a senior. So this is a big game for both teams here tonight. This is really a stepping stone, a big momentum builder for the rest of the season. Even though it's the first time they meet this year, and we still have to meet Ellsworth before we've gone through the first round. But this is a big game here. You know, you go back and you look at the record of Amery, 8-2 and 3-1 in the conference play, and the one thing that really stands out is the loss to the Richmond Tigers. I don't know, maybe it's my own personal opinion, but it just seems to overshadow that 8-2 record right now. The way the Tigers were able to handle us down there, and then I guess we can kind of throw in the River Falls game as well. But they are two good teams, and hopefully it was just a good building night for Amery in regard to both of those games. But we'll leave that alone for the time being. Taking down to center court where Sarah will step in against Scott Jensen. And we are moments away from tip-off here at Bloomer as Middle Border Conference High School boys basketball coming your way right here on WXCE Radio Sports. Tip controlled by Sarah. Actually, they both got their hands on it, but fielded by Dockel in the backcourt. He goes quickly to the left side. Back out on top, that is Moaning. Now on top to Brandt, holding on against Ginter. And they're really whipping this ball around. And Amery with some tenacious defense here. And the Blackhawks have not been able to penetrate as they come to the near side. J.R. Dockel with the basketball. Goes down the right side, finds Sarah on a nice feed down the right side of the lane. Sarah got in there and put it up off the glass and in. So the Blackhawks lead it 2-0. Full court pressure as Brotzel runs into a trap at midcourt and tries to come near side to Jensen. He cannot handle it. Picked up by Sarah. A quick turnover, and the Blackhawks back on offense. J.R. Dockel drives in the lane, and before the free throw line, it's going to go against the Amery Warriors. And oh, wait a minute now. Is it Brotzel or who? Yes, Gabe Brotzel picks up foul number 1, and the 9 sophomore goes to Sarah near corner. Back out on top to J.R. Dockel. Near side to number 24, Moaning. I called him Dockel earlier. Left side to go to Brandt. Bob Brandt with the basketball. Out on top to J.R. Dockel. Near side to Moaning again. Guarded closely by Koppinger. Around the horn they Jamison Schmidt, who got loose, but they say he was traveling. Otherwise, he gets the 2 points. The first turnover in the ball game for the Blackhawks. To the front court to Brotzel. Down low to Ginter on the right side. Fake going inside to the house. Out on the right side, it's Brotzel with the basketball. Guarded by J.R. Dockel. And he'll have to go out on top. One dribble, right side to Wilhelm, in quickly to Ginter, coming down the baseline. Had the ball stripped away by Sarah. He bats it over to Dockel, and a nice rejection by Sarah. And into the front court they have it. Moaning goes down low. Dockel got caught underneath, had to give it off, and it's right into the hands of Wilhelm. So another turnover for the Blackhawks. Left side of the key, trying to go inside to the big guy, and a foul called on Sarah as he whacks the wrist of Scott Jensen.
Very good crisp passes so far, only 2.
Absolutely, and it's going to be Wilhelm to throw it in from the baseline. From the near side, out high goes to Brotzel, left side of the key. Right side to go to the Koppinger. Looking at Boy, you get Koppinger in close, and if you give him any daylight at all, he's got a darn good chance of putting it through, as he did that time. It is from Bloomer. It is Moaning in the front court. Left side, he goes to Dockel. Down the corner to Brandt, looking inside to who? That is Jamison Schmidt. Out on top to Goes high in the air and comes down with a rebound. He'll bring her into the front court by himself. Goes to the far corner to Ginter. Out on top, Wilhelm will take it. Went through his hands. He picks it up. Left side. Nice pass by Wilhelm as he finds Ginter going down low by himself, and Ginter makes it work. It's now 4-2, Amery by a couple. Trying to go to Schmidt, inside to Dockel. He stripped him a basketball as he went in from the near side, got loose, but I don't know if it was Wilhelm or Ginter. Line. So the Blackhawks will have it from the near side. Inbound pass goes to Schmidt. Out on top to Dockel. Far side. Dishes off to Sauron. Near side to go to Dockel. Dockel gets it back from the corner. Three-point attempt up the middle. Rebound tipped out. Picked away by Brotzel. Gabe with the basketball. Lets the defense go. Amery in the front court. Down low they go to Ginter on the baseline. Out on top, Wilhelm alone. Three-point attempt on the way is no good. And Ginter gets the rebound. Puts up. No good. Into the front court, Morning. Down to the baseline. Who's there? Brandt. Back out on top. Almost threw it away. Recovered by Dockel. Jay up with the basketball. Goes left side for Morning. Three-point attempt. From the far side. It's 5-4. The Blackhawks by one. Amery into the front court against the full court pressure. Brotzel gives off to Koppinger. Down low he goes to 6-5, a one-point game for the Amery Warriors. 3:32 to go. This is the first quarter. Dockel brings it across, comes inside to Corey Morning. Back to Dockel, top the key. Brought her down by himself. To Koppinger into the front court on the left side, double team. He goes to the house, top of the key. Near corner to Brotzel. Three-point attempt on the way is no good. Rebound to Brotzel coming. The far side, and it'll be called against J.R. Dockel coming over the top.
Good hard play by Amery. They're playing some good solid defense down here in a man-to-man, or excuse me, a zone defense. Score some points and get our Jake Ginter open on the baseline.
Definitely so. And as you mentioned that, Amery throws it in from the baseline and goes to Brotzel on the right side as Mike Fredrickson gets ready to come in. Brotzel, so 2 turnovers apiece now. And as Maya Fredrickson comes in, Ginter will get a rest. Jason Volbrecht is in there for the into the front court comes the Blackhawk. Corey Morning, near side, goes out on top to Bob Brandt. Near side to go, and we've got Matt Lindee in there as well for the Amery Warriors. And here's a drive. Let's wait and see. He's pointing toward the other referee. And looks like the foul is going to stand against Scott the House Jensen. But a nice rejection the way we saw from here. And Scott have. We'll make it up later.
A little politicking for later in the game.
Well, the shot was taken by Dockel, and he'll go to the line, and he'll be shooting a couple. 6-5 rather. The score. Amery by 1, and now it's a tie ball game as Dockel hits for the first time. It comes from the free throw line. Get some time here. Now finally gets the ball from the referee. And spinning the ball now, bounces it a couple of times. 3 times. Taking his time. And now the free throw is on the way, and it is going to... Front court to Koppinger. One-on-one. Right side he goes. Lost control. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. Tough pick for Matt Koppinger as Amery with a turnover there. And the Blackhawks get it back. Court they come. Corey Morning on the near side goes to Sauer. On top to Dockel. Left side to Brandt. Out on top again to Sauer. Right into the hands of Lindee. To Brotzel. Across on the right side. On Sauer pushing off on Koppinger. So Sauer picks up number 2 as Wilhelm and Ginter will be coming back in for the Amery Warriors. and Koppinger coming out for a rest. So Fredrickson and Lindee will stay in there for Amery, and Wilhelm will throw it in front of the baseline. Number 42 for the first time was Jim Sweevelhopper coming in out for a rest. Here's the inbound pass to the house. He goes down low, jump shot put up and spins around, comes off. Tough break. It looked like it was going through. Then go to the corner, and a tender pass for Jason Sweevelhopper is no good. Another turnover on the Blackhawks, and the Amery Warriors will get it back. It is 6-6 if by chance. Playing at Bloomer. The Warriors with the basketball. Jensen goes to Fredrickson across the near side, pulls up on the dribble, runs into a trap, gives off to Wilhelm to the near corner to the line. Almost lost it. Now we'll take a jump shot. It is no good. Rebound. Ginter muscles it away. Goes to the far corner, looking at the house, and goes out on top to Wilhelm, right side. He steps in. Jump shot, air ball. Ginter and by Fredrickson, and they walk themselves out of bounds. A turnover there. It'll be Blackhawk basketball.
Tough play. Both guys went up for the rebound. Both guys had it. Both pulled against each other.
We get an easy 2 points out of it. As we mentioned that, Dockel brings it to the cross for the Blackhawks. It's still tied 6-6, and he runs into Lindee. Almost lost the basketball. Now runs into a wall, the house, and a Blackhawks right side to Sweevelhopper. Back out on top of Morning. Three-point attempt good by Corey Morning. So now it is 9-6. The Blackhawks by 3, and that one hurt. Ginter, they threw it away past Wilhelm into the front court, only to have it taken away again in a foul. No traveling call. Unbelievable. They called traveling on the Amery Warriors, so after we still it back. Corey Morning will throw it in from the baseline, and we'll have to keep a close eye on him. Inbound pass goes far side. Out on top from Schmidt, it goes to Brand. Set shot, no good. Rebound loose, and a fight for it on the baseline. Who's going to have it? It'll be Blackhawk basketball. They call it up the hand. No, Amery. I was just going to say, how can he make that call? It's Amery's basketball, and the Amery Warriors get it back. Inbound pass goes to Fredrickson, to Matt Lindee, with a 1:03 to go in the first quarter. Lindee pulls up in the dribble in the backcourt, goes to Wilhelm in the front court. Top of the key. Did not go for three. Up and good. Matt Lindee hits it for 3, and now we've got a tie ball game again. Morning brings it across against the defense. Lindee now on J.R. Dockel out near the timeline. Near side they come to Morning, guarded by Wilhelm. One dribble, across the lane they go. It is J.R. Dockel taking a 3-point shot. Good. Wow, you can see the confidence in his eyes when he let it go. It is 12-9, the Blackhawks by 3. To Fredrickson. To Lindee. Now to Lindee in the backcourt, whips her into the front court to Wilhelm. Wilhelm to the top of the key, near side to Jensen. And he's to the basketball by Corey Morning. A turnover on the Warriors. And the Blackhawks back on offense with a 3-point lead. 10 seconds to go to close out the first quarter. J.R. Dockel out near the timeline, comes near side with a double drive, and we've got a foul call against the Blackhawks. Apparently number 42, Jason Sweevelhopper. And that is the call, trying to move somebody out of the way.
A little bit too aggressive on the screen. He just gone there, and Marcus coming around trying to get through, and he just stuck his arm out and tried to catch him, and that's a foul.
And as you mentioned that, Mike, 5 seconds to go to close out the quarter. Schmidt will come back in, and Corey Morning will come out of there. So Amery will have to take it the length of the court now with 5 seconds. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. Dribbles past the defense into the front court. Tries one for 3 off the glass. No good. Time runs out with our first quarter score. The Blackhawks 12, Amery 9. We're back in 1 minute. Well, the second quarter underway. Amery's possession. Wilhelm far corner. Out on top to Matt Lindee. Back to Wilhelm. Down to the baseline. Ginter trying to go around the defense. To Brotzel near side, back in there on the baseline. To Lindee, 3-point attempt from near side. Good by Lindee. He hit it again. Matt Lindee with a couple from the outside, and it's tied 12-12 as Morning brings her down. Bounce pass down low. Schmidt back out to the near side. That is Morning, top of the key now. Goes to the left side. Sweeveloffer back out on top. They go to Dockel. Check that Morning. Now to Brandt on the near side. Left side to Dockel. Makes a move. Jump shot from the left side off the glass. No good rebound. Muscled away by Ginter. Wow, he took it away from everybody. Given off to Wilhelm, and with good ball, and he braces into the front court. Marcus goes set. Wow, he had a chance to go to not for three. Lindee, right side to Brotzel. Brotzel with the basketball to the near corner. That is Wilhelm. Wilhelm dribbles, goes in toward the lane, back out on top to Lindee. Back to Wilhelm, left side of the corner to Koppinger. To Marcus, to the post, left side of the key. To Brotzel. Back this side, Wilhelm tries it for three. Good by Wilhelm for 3 points. Marcus hit for the first time, and Amery on top now 15-12. Well, the Blackhawks bring her down. And they keep it on the near side. Morning will try it for three from the near side. It's good. Corey Morning has hit from the outside 3 times now. So give him 9, and it's tied 15-15. Everything we thought it would be. Full court pressure again by the Blackhawks, and a turnover as Brotzel lost the pass, and a foul down low. Wait a minute, double dribbling called down low on Schmidt. So I was looking at the contact, and the referee right on top of it calls double dribbling on Jason Schmidt down low. And as I see it from my scoreboard, Mike Jensen, official or unofficial, 7 turnovers apiece in this game.
Yeah, it seems hard to believe that there are that many, but usually try to do a game that a good game for 12, and they already got 7 in the first quarter. But it's a good, crisp, hard-fought game, and the passes and the plays that are the turnovers are good, great plays.
Definitely so. And then now Jensen went inside, or I should say threw it into Koppinger. And as he tried to come back to the Koppinger after Scott got it back, knocked it out of bounds by Brandt, so Amery will have it from the near side. Amery will have to watch the take for granted passes in the backcourt. As Wilhelm brings it across on the right side, picked up by Brandt. Marcus pointing with the finger, and he'll come near side to Koppinger. Down the lane he goes, and lost control out of bounds to Amery. There again, Matt lost control out near the post, and fortunately for Amery, a couple of the Blackhawks got a finger on that basketball, and Amery will maintain possession from the baseline. 6:01 to go in the first half. It is tied 15-all. Inbound pass out high to Brotzel, left side to Koppinger. Back to Gay, right side of the key. Gets a screen from the house, comes near side to Wilhelm. Koppinger open in the near corner. He gets the basketball, does not go. Back to Wilhelm. Guarded closely by Morning. In the lane he goes. Jump shot put up good by Wilhelm. Well, he just kind of kept his cool, Mike Jensen. Stepped in there, and when the defense was gone, he put it up for 2. As we mentioned that, the Blackhawks in the front court quickly. Morning alley-oops inside to Sweeveloffer. Boxed out of there by the house. Back out on top they go. Left side to Morning. Or Dockel, rather. On top to Brandt. Near side to Morning. Corey guarded by Wilhelm. Gets a screen. Goes to the free throw line. And jump shot. And good. Wow, he's a good-looking ball player. 17-17. Koppinger goes to Jensen. The house into the front court to Brotzel. He was not there. And the Blackhawks take it away. Into the front court they come. Left side they go to Dockel. 3-point tucked on the way is no good. Rebound to Koppinger. Matt with the basketball. Splits the defense and races into the front court. Pulls up at the top of the key. And has to go to somebody. Wilhelm on the near side. Ginter was wide open. They didn't get it to him. To Brotzel. 3-point attempt from the corner. In and out. Rebound. Ginter tipped it around. Loose and pulled away by Dockel. Well, bad time on the rebound that time around. And now the Blackhawks back into the front court with 4:40 to go first half. 17-all. Here's a pass down low and a foul on Matt Koppinger as Schmidt got loose and
play. Schmidt got the baseline, and there's nothing else that Matt could do but just go up there and try to knock the ball out of his hands and keep him from scoring easy and make him go to the free throw line.
Actually, a pretty good effort by Koppinger as Koppinger and Brotzel will come out of there right now. Fredrickson is back in there along with Lindee. 17-all from Boomer. Phil Haig along with Mike Jensen here on WXCE Radio Sports. And that's a free throw line. Jason Schmidt. That's Jamison Schmidt, rather, and he put it through his first point in the contest, and the Blackhawks by 1 now, 18-17. Well, he's taken his time, as did, who was that? Dockel that was there earlier, and the second one is good as well by Schmidt, so now it's a 2-point lead for the Blackhawks, 19-17. Inbound pass to Ginter. On the dribble, it's Jensen. Back to Ginter. Pulls up at the timeline. Comes to Jensen into the front court. He threw it too high for the receiver. The intended man, Fredrickson, on the near side. So another turnover on Amery. And the Blackhawks will get basketball back. Corey Morning will throw it in. Goes to J.R. Dockel. Quickly to Schmidt. The pressure put on in the backcourt. And the Blackhawks will bring it across easily now as Amery falls in, or falls back, I should say. Corey Morning has it near side, goes to the post, jump shot put up, no good, rebound into the hands of Dockel. He puts it up off the glass and good. Nice shot by J.R. Dockel. Give him 6. It's now 21-17, the Blackhawks with their biggest lead. Jensen dribbling the ball in the backcourt, whips her into the front court to Wilhelm, near side Lindee, near corner to Fredrickson. Down inside, they go to Ginter. Jensen whipped it to Ginter, and a foul on the right side will send Ginter to the free throw line. One of the Blackhawks got in there after some good passing by Amery, and it's going to be number 34, J.R. Dockel, called for the second time tonight.
One of the keys tonight are going to be the free throws, and here we get the chance to get the free throws, and we got to make them. We've been talking all year about improving our free throw percentage from the line, and that's on these key games. That's going to be all important.
Good point, Mike. And as you mentioned, that Ginter will step in now. Amery trailing 21-17, 3:54 to go in this contest. The first one is on the way. Does not look good. Off the back of the rim and no good. Ginter with 4 points on the evening. 0 for 1 from the line. Number 10 coming in for the first time tonight for the Boomer Blackhawks. That'll be Mark Grill, a 5'7" junior. Ginter to try it again. This one on the way is good. So he hits 1 out of 2. Give him 5. And it's now 21-18. The Blackhawk lead cut to 3. Well, Amery just plain has to be able to bring that ball down the court against that backcourt pressure by the Blackhawks. And if they can do so, they have played well in the front court. All right, the Blackhawks with some good passing, bring it across easily. They go to Morning, who drove down low. Got covered there. He gets it back out on top. He gets to Grill, getting his hands on the basketball. Guarded closely by Matt Lindee back in there. Goes to the top of the key, near side to Morning. Corey, bounce pass to Sweeveloffer, trying to go around the big guy. Cannot go. Back out to Morning. Koppinger with a good job recovering on him. Left side they go. Out on top the Grill. Lost it momentarily. Now guarded by Brotzel. Left side they go. And a two-pointer put up by Jason Volbrecht from the far corner. So now it's 23-18, a 5-point lead for the Blackhawks as they almost take it away. Into the front court. Fredrickson will try for 3 from the far side. It's good. Well, Boy was open for a couple of seconds, and he took advantage of the situation. And it's now 23-21, a 2-point game as Grill tries it for 3 from the near side. Wow, this is really turning out to be quite a contest here as Grill hit it, and a foul on the far side over there will go against Grill as Mike Fredrickson ran into a trap at the timeline. Grill picks up number 1. He had that 3-pointer just moments ago. It's 26-21, the Blackhawks by 5, and Amery will have the basketball from across the way.
You have to say a little bit about the Minnesota game, about all the good shooting that was taking place in that game by Minnesota. Well, both sides have shot real well from the free throw line, better than I've seen all year from many of the games that we've had.
And as you mentioned that, I think some of these Blackhawks must have watched that game pretty closely. They're doing rather well from the outside here tonight. Inbound pass to Lindee. Brotzel on the far side. He'll have to go someplace and give off to Fredrickson, top of the key, near side to Lindee. Down low, they go to the big guy. Out on top, Brotzel, right side. He'll try it for 3 on the way. Short rebound. House has got it. Trying to muscle one up there. Got stripped, picks it up, tries it again. It's going to be no good. Rebound tipped by Brotzel, recovered by Jensen, top of the key. Right back down low to Brotzel. He tries it off the glass. Good. He was fouled and nothing called.
Gabe is really good at going to the basket. He had 2 guys on him, and he just went up between them and went to the basket.
Boy, the foul was there all night long. They did not call it. Blackhawks in the front court. Grill has it right side of the key. 2:10 to go in the first half. It's a 3-point game. Now to Schmidt. Back to Grill, right side. Lindee on him. To Schmidt, left side they go. Shot blocked in. It actually went in as Volbrecht scores again from the left side. Looked like it was tipped, but it went through anyway. 28-23, the Blackhawks by 5. Jensen goes to Lindee into the front court to Brotzel. 3-pointer tip from the top of the key. No good rebound. Tipped around and taken away by Grill. On the run into the front court. He goes down and traveling called on Grill at the timeline. So a turnover there on the Blackhawks. And the Amery Warriors will get it back with 1:41 to go to close out the first half. 28-23, the Blackhawks by 5. Into the front court, they come near side to Brotzel. Gabe steps to the post, right side, he goes to Fredrickson. Set shot from the right side, no good. Rebound, wow. What's shoving going on underneath there? As the Blackhawks come away with a rebound. Mourning across, taken away by Koppinger into the front court. It is one-on-one. He lets everybody go by, tries a shot off the glass, no good. Tipped up by Brotzel, no good. He'll try it again. This time it's good. Brotzel with 4, and it's 28-25, a three-point game.
Great play by Brotzel, jumping and making that play happen.
Here's a foul in the backcourt on Matt Lindee as Corey Mourning gave him the shoulder. I thought the call would come against Homer. If not, they will call Lindee for the foul. That's his first. But the Blackhawks will have it from across the way as Wilhelm will come back in. And it'll be Jake Ginter back in there. Inbound pass into the front court. Goes to Bolbrecht around the left side. Gives off on the far side to number 54. That's Jeremy Sarar. He's been in there for a couple of minutes. Now in the lane, a jump shot put up and good by Jamison Schmidt. Give him 4 points. And it's now 30-25, the Blackhawks by 5. Ginter in the front court comes near side to Wilhelm. To the near corner, Koppinger looking in. Now drives in and lost the ball. And it's a scramble for it on the floor. And it's going to be a real madhouse in near corner. A foul called down low. Apparently, number 40, Matt Koppinger of Amery, will get the call. And a tough break for the Amery Warriors as they lose it again in the front court. Number 2 on Koppinger. And number 34, Dockel, coming back in for the Blackhawks. Well, that scrappy defense by the Blackhawks prevailing here. As Schmidt will throw it in from the backcourt. Inbound pass. And he stepped, what did he call here?
He's going to give the ball back to the Blackhawks, apparently.
Okay, it was tipped by Koppinger and went out of bounds on the near side. That's the only thing I can make out of it. Were you going to say something different?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
As we mentioned, that Amery doing some scrappy defensive work in the backcourt themselves. Wilhelm, and they whip her into the front court. A shot put up and no good. And on the rebound, a jump ball, Ginter, muscling with Schmidt, and it'll be Blackhawks basketball on the possession call as the Blackhawks delayed in the backcourt, then whipped her down low. A shot was taken from the near side by Volbrecht. No good. He gets the inbound pass, goes into the lane, trying to get to Jeremy Sarar, and Ginter will be called for a foul, trying to tip it away. That would be his first. 30-25, the Blackhawks by that much. The 16th foul on the Amery Warriors, and coming back in is Bob Brandt for Boomer. And let's see who's going to come out of there. J.R. Dockel will get a rest. Scott the House Jensen coming back in, and Koppinger will get a rest. Corey Mourning will throw it in from the baseline. The alley-oop in the lane. Jeremy Sarar back out on top. Brent, top of the key, that's Mourning. 15 seconds to go to close out the half. A dribble drive to the near side. Dishes inside to Schmidt, steps through the defense, got loose, put it up, and it's good. Schmidt with 6. Here's a long pass into the front court. Ginter by himself rolls it in off the glass at the buzzer. So Amery catches the Blackhawks sleeping, and they will go into their locker room on an upbeat note, if you will, as they come back after it looked like the Blackhawks had the final shot of the first half. Amery catches them sleeping. A court-length pass to Ginter in the front court. He rolled it in off the glass, and a halftime score. The Blackhawks 32, the Warriors 27. Back to talk about after this 2-minute timeout. Point game as the Blackhawks move off of their bench, and I might mention that Coach Dale Parr had a few words with the referees prior to going to the locker room, and I guess you couldn't make it through a Blackhawk game without Dale Parr doing that.
He knows how to play the game, and he knows how to work the game too, doesn't he?
Definitely so. Amery will have possession to start the second half. Koppinger on the far side getting set to throw it in, and Marcus Wilhelm getting set to receive the inbound pass. 8 minutes put up on the clock for the third quarter. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. He'll bring it across, met by Bob Brandt immediately with the dribble. Now it goes to the left side of the key, comes right side to Koppinger. Back with the basketball, goes to the post down low. Brotzel there, and quick play. 2 points for Amery. What a pass by Koppinger to get it down low to Brotzel awaiting, and a quick 2 points. The Blackhawks bring it down quickly. And Corey Morning cuts right in front of Marcus Wilhelm, and Marcus will be called for a foul, his first in the contest. And the first team foul on Amery here in the second half. So the Blackhawks will throw it in from the near side. Jensen Schmidt does it, and it goes to Corey Morning, guarded closely by Gabe Brotzel. Near corner, they go to Daco. Out to Morning, left to the key. In the lane, Sarar. It's taken away by Koppinger. Into the front court, pulls up near side, gives in the lane to Brotzel. A hook shot off the glass and good. And Brotzel with 4 quick points. And now we're looking at a 1-point game, 32-31. So Morning brings it to the cross, goes right side to Daco, side to Sarar. His shot from the baseline, no good. The rebound, actually an air ball, and Ginter takes it out. Given off to Wilhelm, into the front court, down the left side. Caught up to by Bob Brandt. Brandt all over Wilhelm, comes near side to Koppinger, to the free throw line. Shot blocked nicely by Brandt, pulled out of the air, taken away by Brotzel. He tries it off the glass, good by Brotzel. Gave him 3 in a row, and Amery leads it by 1, 33-32. Now, J.R. Daco in the backcourt. Gives off the Morning. Back to Daco across on the right side. Blackhawk basketball. Right side to go to Daco. Inside to Sarar. Out on top to the Morning. 3-point attempt. Short rebound underneath. Put up and good. And a foul on the big guy, Scott the House Jensen, as Randy Sarar hit it for 2. With that, get him 4. The Blackhawks get back on top by 1, 34-33. And for Jensen, that's foul number 2. So it could turn into a 3-point play and a tough break for Amery, as Morning missed the whole works on the initial shot.
It was a case of Amery not blocking out very well. The shot went up, and the guy that wasn't in position got in position and put himself at the free throw line.
Good point. 6:37 to go, third quarter. And Sarar at the free throw line, and that's Randy. Taking his time, and the shot on the way, and it is no good. Rebound pulled away by the House. So we lose the foul, but it's only a 2-point trip down. Wilhelm in the backcourt needs help. Whips her into the front court to Ginter. Down the right side, he goes with it. Back out, and now goes to Brotzel on the baseline. Set shot from the near side, no good. Rebound as the Blackhawks come away with the rebound. It was who? It was Brandt who came away with it. Given off to Morning, or check that Daco. Inside to go to Sarar. Front court action for Bloomer. Left side of Morning, left alone, 3-point attempt. Good. Wow, this kid can shoot. 14 points for Corey Morning. Give him time and he'll put it through. It's now 37-33. The Blackhawks with a 4-point lead. Koppinger coming across, and a foul on Jamison Schmidt, who took it for granted that he was going to get the benefit. Oh, wait a minute, now they're going to reverse it. Can you believe that? They have reversed it, and they're going to call Koppinger for the foul. Boy, that's a lousy call. It's been a long time since I picked a referee, but that's a lousy call.
The only thing is that the referee should be on their own at the same page, and that's the referee that made the call was standing right there. The referee that was clear across the thing went running over there and made them change the call, and that's unfortunate.
Unbelievable. Now, what are they going to call here? How in the world can they change that call? Or aren't they? I don't know what they've called here now. Okay, it's going to stay the way it was originally called. They have come to their senses. I was just going to say, how in the world can they reverse that call? It is Amery's basketball, and Schmidt is guilty of the foul, and now the official scorekeeper, he wants to get some verification here, as Amery will have it from across the way again.
They can't figure it out either.
Why did he? Apparently, he must have thought that the call was made the other way against Amery to begin with, and he went over to correct it. So if that's the case, boy, I'll tell you, I really put my foot in my mouth. Now, wait a minute. Unbelievable. They're going to... Now...
they call the foul wrong, and then they give the ball to the wrong people, then they change that now.
Well, it's a race at twice. It's going to be Blackhawk basketball, and the foul apparently on Koppinger. Well, I don't know. They haven't even showed on the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard. They get the foul on Schmidt of the Blackhawks, but they have the basketball. Morning on the right side. Bounce pass into the far corner by Daco. Or check that. The Daco to Morning. Now down low to Randy Sarar. Fadeaway shot on the baseline. No good. Rebound taken away by Morning. Out on top. Daco on the other side, and he hits it for 3. J.R. Daco for 3. 40-33, 7-point game for the Bloomer Blackhawks. to Brotzel in the backcourt. He lost it, but a foul called on Sarar, I believe. Let's wait and see. Well, we get a quick one back there, and again, Amery with some nonchalant play here. It is going to be Randy Sarar called for the foul. That would be number 3 on him, so a story developing there. And so he'll have to come out of there early in this second half.
I have to admit that just you comment about some lackadaisical play. The intensity level of the Bloomer Blackhawks now is higher than the Amery.
And it has been for most of this game. In the front court, the Amery Warriors. Wilhelm near side. Does not go. Oh, a pass into the lane. Batted back into his hands. Picked up down low. They go to Brotzel. He'll try that off the pass too hard. The rebound tried for by the house. And a foul on Schmidt. Well, we can finally mark one for Jamison Schmidt. That would be his first. I'll make it big and bold here as I scratched it out twice.
They're giving him a foul. I don't know what happened over there, but they're showing a second foul up there.
Yeah, that's unreal. I don't know. They've apparently didn't erase one in the scorebook, and if that's the case, it's going to be to our benefit as Amery goes down low to the house, and before he can get rid of it, we got 3 seconds called on either the house or Ginter as Koppinger with a nice pass down low, but the house now ready for it, and just could not get a handle on it after he actually had room to do something with it. So a turnover there. And the Blackhawks back on offense, and they lead 40-33. 4:38 to go in the third quarter. Mourning across on the near side, trying to get a screen. Right side he goes to, it was Dockel who brought it across, went to Mourning. I'll have those two mixed up all night long, no doubt about it. They try a shot. It's rejected out to Brandt, given it off to Dockel, to Mourning, to Dockel far corner. He stepped in, gives us off on the right side. Coming in is Swivel off. Shot no good, but a foul. They don't even know who to pick out here. Number 34, Gabe Brotzel, called for number 2. Let's see if they confirm that on the scoreboard. They do. And that'll send number 42 to the line. That is Jim Sweetwater. 7-point game for the Blackhawks, and the momentum definitely on their side. Swevelhofer. And the free throw on the way is good. So an important free throw there for Sweetwater. That's his first point in the contest. And it's 41-33. It's an 8-point game for the Blackhawks. Sweetwater to try it again. And the shot is on the way, and it's good. So now it's 42-33, a 9-point game. Inbound pass, Wilhelm to Koppinger. They got to do something with it now. And it's a good pass and brings it across on the left side. Koppinger with Brandt on him. Comes near side to Wilhelm. Near corner, Ginter. Jake on the outside. Dribbles once, back out to Wilhelm. Looking across the lane. Now dribbles once, pulls up right side of the key. Comes near side, Ginter looking at the big guy. Ginter holding on. Across the lane to go to Koppinger. On the baseline, shot put up and no good. Rebound tipped around and pulled away by Swevelhofer. Given off on the right side and brought across by Corey Mourning. He goes to the free throw line. Bounce pass, Swevelhofer down low. Back out to Mourning. 3-point attempt. Missed. Rebound comes down to Brotzel. By himself, he covers the ball well against Brandt in the backcourt. Runs into a trap. Now needs help and gets it to Jensen. Into the front court, near side, Wilhelm. Left alone for 3. Shot on the way. Good by Wilhelm. Big basket for the Amery Warriors. 42-36. A 6-point game for the Blackhawks. Well, let's take a look. J.R. Dockel brings it across. Goes right side to Mourning. Corey with the basketball, guarded by Wilhelm. Gets a screen, comes out on top. Left alone. 3-point attempt on the way is no good. Rebound. Brotzel muscles it away. Amery on offense again. The house in the backcourt brings it across the timeline. Pulls up top of the key. Comes near side to Brotzel. Right side. Down low. That's Wilhelm. Marcus one dribble. Out on top to Koppinger. Matt with the basketball looking at the house. Left side he goes to Brotzel. Brotzel with the basketball, holding on, needs help. And here comes Wilhelm, top of the key, gets the pass. Thought about going, goes far side to Koppinger in the lane, back out to Wilhelm. Fakes a 3-pointer, goes to the free throw line, jump shot put up and good by Wilhelm. 10 points for Marcus. 42-38, a 4-point game. The Blackhawks in the front court, quickly the basketball. J.R. Dockel dribbles slowly across the top of the key, going to the right side, guarded by Brotzel. Way out high. On top, Corey Mourning. Near side to come to Bob Brandt. Ginter on him. A lackadaisical pass down low to Schmidt. Now inside, thrown away, and picked up by Wilhelm. A turnover on the Blackhawks. Wilhelm in the backcourt, gets a screen, brings her across. Left side to go to Koppinger. Far corner to Brotzel looking in. Out on top, Matt Koppinger again, left side of the key. 4-point game for the Blackhawks. Now to go to Ginter. Ginter looking in, nobody there. Back out on top to Wilhelm. In the circle, gets caught up. Out on top they go to Koppinger, left side. In the lane, Ginter got loose, comes down, and he'll put it in. They'll call him for traveling. Lousy call by the referee. Unbelievable call once again. Well, I guess we'll have to leave, we'll just leave it alone. Boy, it's one of those nights here where I've kept my composure, I think now for the last 5 years, and I'm rapidly losing it. 42-38. A minute 40 to go, third quarter. The Blackhawks bring it out quickly. Traveling. I'm just going to say, if they didn't see that one, good call by the referee. Timeout called down on the floor. 42-38. The Blackhawks by 4. We're back in 1 minute. Minute 32 to go. And Lindee has the ball taken away by one of the Blackhawks. And it's a to the layup. Lindee got down there, blocked it, and picked away by Brotzel. So Amery dodges one there, only to have it stripped again by Schmidt. He comes down low, tries the layup. No good. Rebound pulled down on the right side, and a foul against one of the Amery Warriors, apparently Matt Lindee. Wow, how in the world is this happening? And Coach Steve Wilhelm getting pretty perturbed with the take-for-granted play of the Amery Warriors trying to bring that ball down the court.
He just yelled at Gabe Brotzel. They can't dribble the ball through 3 guys. He's got to pass it. And that's one of the concerns that we have in breaking this half-court trap that they're in now. Is you got to be able to pass the ball through it.
And I don't mind telling you that the referee came over and had a word with Coach Dale Parr, too, and apparently, I don't know what it was about, but he looked to be rather stern about it. Inbound pass from the baseline. Sweeveloffer out on top. They go to Dockel. Top of the key, number 32, Jason Bolbrecht. He's a hard man to remember for some reason. Right side to Dockel. Gets a screen. Comes near side to Schmidt. Almost worked. On top to Bolbrecht. Now to Dockel. Top of the key, guarded by Lindee. 56 seconds to go, third quarter. It's a 4-point game still. Now bounce pass down low to Sweeveloffer. A shot put up, in and out, rebound, lost. Brotzel has it, but he's forced out of bounds and they don't call it. Unbelievable call. What is this referee looking at? Well, he was pushed out of bounds and nothing called. They'll give it to the Blackhawks on the baseline. Totally unreal.
The other ref had a chance to correct it and chose not to.
Totally unreal. It's just an unbelievable bias call. I take that statement back. It's not a biased call. It's a lack of good judgment from what I can see.
Come on, ref. Want my glasses?
Well, Morning will throw it in from the baseline. It goes to Brandt. Against Ginter down the baseline. Jump shot rejected by Brotzel. A fight for it, and Brotzel wins the battle on the baseline. To Koppinger across on the near side. J.R. Dockel on him with 34 seconds to go in the quarter. To Brotzel, far corner. He dribbles up from there to the top of the key, comes near side to Lindee. Bounce pass to Fredrickson back in on the near side. To Lindee. Koppinger, top of the key, drives to the left. On the lane, he goes to Ginter. Tried the shot, no good, but a foul. And it's going to go against Schmidt. Jamison Schmidt will pick up what should be number 3 if that scoreboard is correct. Let's wait and see now. And yes, number 3. They have called Schmidt for 3. I don't know what happened in that one collision there, Mike Jensen. That controversial call at the timeline a while ago, but...
The only thing I can think of, they call a foul on both of them, and the possession arrow goes to where they're supposed to go. I think that's the only thing I could possibly think of.
How can you call a foul on both of them? I've never heard of such a thing.
I don't know, but they posted it.
Well, that they did. We know that for sure. Ginter at the line, missing on the front end, by the way. And Jake to try it again. Free throw on the way is no good. Rebound tipped out and handled by who? Traveling, called a tough break for the Blackhawks as Dockel came down with it. Actually got bumped by Ginter. And as he hit the deck, they call him for traveling. So Amery dodges one there. And the Warriors will have it from the baseline with 16 seconds to go to close out the quarter. Inbound pass goes to Fredrickson. Koppinger, jump shot from the free throw line, good by Matt Koppinger. Give him 4, and it's now a 2-point game, 42-40. Dockel to Brandt across on the near side. 3 seconds to go. Will they get a shot off? No. Yes, they do. On the way and no good. Our quarter is history. After 3 complete, Bloomer 42, Amery 40. We're back in 30 seconds. Number 1, Bill Haig along with Mike Jensen from Bloomer. Well, I'll tell you, what a scoring attack by the Bloomer Blackhawks. They have played a fantastic basketball game. And the Amery Warriors did well to scrap with them and stay in this one 42-40. But the momentum has been on the side of the Blackhawks for most of it. Amery with the possession to get things going in the fourth quarter. Wilhelm has it left of the key. Needs help. Comes near side to Brotzel. To Koppinger, left side to Wilhelm. Runs into a trap, left side of the key. Goes to Brotzel. 3-point attempt from the corner is good by Brotzel. And now Amery leads by 1. 13 points for Gabe Brotzel. Dockel brings it across. Runs into Koppinger. In the lane he goes. Layup put up. No good. Rebound comes down to the house. One dribble given off to Wilhelm. 43-42, Amery by 1 as Wilhelm brings it across against Bob Brandt. Now goes to Koppinger. Matt drives to the post. Jump shot from the lane. It's good by Koppinger. Koppinger now with 6. And it's 45-42, Amery by 3. Dockel in the backcourt against Koppinger. Gives off the money across on the near side. In 3-point range, steps in, tries a shot, no good. Rebound, chased down, picked up by Wilhelm. The race into the front court, 1-on-2. He waits for the crew. On top to the house. Left side, Koppinger fakes a shot, comes across the lane to Wilhelm. Down to the corner to Brotzel. Out on top, Wilhelm inside to the big guy. At the free throw line, does not go. Comes near side, he threw it away. The house had a chance to go, did not, and threw it away. He thought Wilhelm was where he was, and Marcus had stepped out of it. 45-42. That could put the momentum back on the side of the Blackhawks as Dockel brings it across and goes to Randy Sarwar back in there. Near side, Bulbreck. Right side to Brandt, right side of the key. Near side they go to Morning. Inside, back to Morning, left of the key. Guarded by Wilhelm. Right side with a bounce pass to Brandt, coming out of the lane, down to the corner, taken away by Koppinger, picked up again by Dockel. Given off to Brandt. Brandt on top to Bulbreck. Now they go to Dockel, right side of the key again. Amery leads it 45-42. The Blackhawks with the basketball in the front court. Morning now to Sarwar. They want one thing here, and now a foul called inside, apparently on Ginter trying to get some room. Well, that'll slow things down. Jake Ginter called for the second time tonight, and the Blackhawks will have it from the baseline. It is the 6th team foul on the Amery Warriors here in the second half. Maya Fredrickson coming in, and Ginter will get a rest. Morning will throw it in from the baseline, goes to Sarwar. Out on top to Bulbreck. Jason on top to Dockel. Against Koppinger. Moving. Now to the right side. Runs into a trap. Has to go someplace to Morning. Fakes a three-pointer. Drives down the left side. And what? Oh, unbelievable. I thought for sure we're going to get a traveling call, and they'll call Marcus Wilhelm for a foul. That's the 17th foul on the Amery Warriors. So that'll put Morning at the free throw line, and that's where they'll be going from here on out. Jason Schmidt coming back in, and Jason Bulbreck will get a rest. That is Jamison Smith, by the way. I keep calling him Jason. It's Jamison. It's still 45-42 Amery. But Morning at the line, and this kid can shoot. Free throw on the way is short. Rebound tipped out and loose and fought for in the corner to the Amery's basketball. Well, Bob Brandt gave it a valiant try. And that free throw miss could be a big story in this game. And now they call Gabe Brotzel. I don't understand that one.
He can't run the baseline. What they called was that you had to get when it's a spot. The only time that you can run the baseline is after a basketball and a basket, and that's a case what they called. He ran with it, and that's traveling.
Okay, so a turnover there on the Warriors. Inbound pass comes near side. Out on top to Schmidt. To Morning. Inside Randy Sarwar. Turnaround jump shot. No good. Rebound taken away by Koppinger, and they're really on him. To Wilhelm. Brandt on him trying to get a screen. Whips her into the front corner. Alley-oops it to Koppinger. He drives in, does not go, needs help, comes to Meyer Fredrickson on top to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, near side to Koppinger with 5:18 to go, and Amery still leading 45-42. Matt Koppinger dribbles out high, comes near side to Brotzel looking at the big guy. He was there momentarily, could not get him. To Wilhelm, left side to go to Koppinger. He points a finger down low to the far corner. Now tries to go to the defense, comes to Wilhelm, to Fredrickson near corner. He drives in, does not go, has the ball stripped, but a foul. Oh, unbelievable. They call it for traveling and a clear hack by Corey Morning on the near corner. So a turnover there on the Amery Warriors, and the Blackhawks will get the basketball back. Boy, it's been one of those. I haven't been in one of these for a long time. So the Blackhawks bring her across, trailing by 3. Corey Morning walking down the right side into the front court. Picked up by Wilhelm, now out near the timeline. Gives off to Bob Brandt. On top, J.R. Dockel, right side, tipped into the crowd by Koppinger as they tried to go to the far side. Jake Ginter coming back in, and Meyer Fredrickson coming out of there. 4:35 to go. This one's going to go down to the wire. Schmidt, both in. Far goes to Morning. Out on top, Dockel splits the defense. Back to the corner. Morning, three-point attempt. Good. Tie ball game. Wow, what a shooter. 17 points. Inbound pass to Koppinger. Amery has to move as soon as they get the basketball. In the backcourt, Koppinger against Brandt. Dribbles around him through the defense into the front court. Gives off left side. That's Brotzel. On top, Koppinger. Against Brandt, goes to the free throw line. To Wilhelm, fakes 3, goes to Ginter, baseline, near side. Across the lane, they go on the far side to Brotzel. Gabe with the basketball. Left side of the key, holds on. Now to Wilhelm, in the circle. Bounce pass to Koppinger out high on the right. To Wilhelm, top of the key, three-point attempt on the way short. Rebound tipped out by the house and pulled away by Jason Schmidt.
He's got to go up and get those rebounds. You can't tip them out.
45-45. It's a tie ball game. The Blackhawks have the basketball. Right side they go. Now inside Randy Sarra. Lunging shot, no good. Rebound to House, and he lost it, but a foul called on Schmidt. That's his 4th. Jamison Schmidt called for number 4. The 15th foul on the Blackhawks. And Amery will have the basketball with 3:36 to go in a tie ball game, 45 all. Inbound pass to Koppinger. Brotzel. He's got to move it now. Left side to Koppinger, across on the left side into the front court. Dishes off out high to Wilhelm. One dribble, left side of the key, gives off to Koppinger. Down low, they tried to get it to the big guy. Read beautifully by Morning. A nice steal by the Blackhawks. Beautiful play. Well, the Blackhawks into the front court again. Brandt gives off on the right side to Morning. Out on top he goes with the dribble. Koppinger all over him. He steps in toward the lane. Bounce pass down low. Schmidt there. Missed the shot. Gets his own rebound. And as he tries it again, a foul on Wilhelm. Wilhelm called for the foul. That's number 3 on him. And that will send Schmidt to the line, shooting 2. Coach Steve Wilhelm wants to talk things over. It's all tied, 45 all. We're back in 1 minute. Still hang along with Mike Jensen from the Blackhawk home court, where it's tied between Bloomer and Amery. And Jamison Smith stepping to the free throw line, shooting a couple after the violation on Marcus Wilhelm. The free throw is made by Schmidt. And I'll tell you, as you mentioned before, Mike Jensen, this is definitely tournament atmosphere. This has been a lot of fun. 46-45. The Blackhawks have come back with 4 straight points to go ahead now by 1. The second one is on the way, and it is good as well. Gives Schmidt 8 points. 47-45. Inbound pass, Wilhelm. Brotzel, Koppinger. Brotzel. One dribble. Koppinger across from the left side. Picked up by Schmidt. They try to put a trap on it. Dribbles out of it. Gives off to Wilhelm. Back to Koppinger. Left of the key. Matt with the basketball. Brandt all over him. Comes high to Wilhelm. Wilhelm right side of the key. One dribble, steps to the top. Comes near side to Ginter looking at the house. On top to Wilhelm. He steps to the free throw line. Back out on top to Koppinger. And Wilhelm gets it back. Comes near side to Ginter. Drives the baseline. Tried the shot. No good, but a foul. And they're going to call Ginter for charging. Well, we're never going to win. And it'll be a 1-1 at the other end of the court. Matt Lindee getting ready to come in as Jake Ginter has just picked up foul number 3. 2:22 to go in the ball game. 47-45, the Blackhawks by a couple, and Jamison Schmidt stepping in now. And let's take a look. He is, 4 out of 4 from the line. 8 points on the evening, unofficially. Jamison to try it again. And this one no good. Rebound chased down by Dockel. Amery slow to go after the basketball. Out on top to go to Corey Mourning. To Dockel, right side, guarded by Koppinger. Around the screen he goes, comes near side to Mourning, and now we've got a call on the near side. The Blackhawks call timeout. 47-45, Boomer by 2. We're back in 30 seconds. Welcome back again, everyone. Bill Haig along with Mike Jensen. And Ray Norstead, sorry you missed it.
Probably the best game we've had so far.
Oh, this is the best game in quite a while.
These games are the fun ones when you don't have to go out there and there's good competition all the way. There's turnovers and there's a good intensity level by the kids. It's a great atmosphere here.
Inbound pass, Jamison Smith goes to Dockel. Near side, Corey Mourning, alley-oops into Randy Sarra. Around the house he goes, puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Big basket for the Blackhawks. Inbound pass to Matt Lindee to the house. To Lindee, and he will bring it across on the left side. 49-45, the Blackhawks by 4. Lindee out high on the left side, needs help. And he'll get it to, well, they had it tipped by Jamison Schmidt, and now Amery calling timeout. Amery calling timeout with 1:41 to go, 49-45. It'll be Warrior basketball when we come back in 30 seconds. Welcome back again, everyone. 49-45. The Blackhawks with the 4-point lead, and that looms rather large at this point. The way they are playing and the slight intimidation you see at times on the part of the Amery Warriors. At times they look so good, and then at times they just lose their mechanical skills, it seems. Koppinger will throw it in from across the way. Inbound pass to Wilhelm. By himself high on the left side. Gives off to Koppinger. Looking at the house. One dribble. Down to the baseline, the house there. Inside, Ginter there. Puts it up good. He got the back door, and it's 49-47. The Blackhawks race her down. Mourning all the way down to the baseline underneath. Then a foul called on Ginter, and he can't believe it. No contact made. Ginter just went down to avoid any contact, and they have called him for foul number 4. Number 4 on Jake Ginter will put Mourning at the free throw line. The Blackhawks leading 49-47, and Mourning is 0 for 1. 17 points on the evening.
It's interesting how you come down here when the refs know Parr very well that they seem to get a lot of calls their way. He knows how to play the game, as we said before.
Well, now we've got a whistle, and somebody stepped in, so there's a turnover on the Blackhawks. Sarar stepped in when the basketball was in the hands of Mourning, so Amery dodges one there, and the Warriors get it back. Brotzel whips her into Koppinger. In the backcourt goes to Brotzel. Back to Koppinger. He'll bring it across on the left side. Schmidt on him. 2-point game in 1:07 to go. Amery down the near corner. Brotzel cannot go for 3. Ginter was open. Now he goes to him. Looking at the house. Cannot get it in there, and he'll have to go out on top, and he does so to Wilhelm. Oh, he should go to Brotzel left side. They're going to keep it on the near side. Wilhelm, right side of the key. Has to go to somebody. It's Brotzel out high with 44 seconds to go. Wilhelm. They got to make sure on this shot because the Blackhawks will sit on the basketball with that 2-point lead. Brotzel for 3. No. Short rebound pulled away by Brandt. And full court pressure by the Warriors. Mourning in the backcourt. Gives off to Dockel, and he's fouled on the near side. A foul on either Brotzel or Koppinger. And let's see which way with 26 seconds to go. And are the Blackhawks calling timeout? Yes, they are. Timeout with 26 seconds to go. 49-47, the Blackhawks by 2. We'll keep it right here as they will be sending who was tackled to the free throw line. Let's take a look. He is 1 out of 2, 9 points on the evening. Well, I'll tell you, this is a good warm-up for tournament play, depending on how far you go. This is the way it used to be back in the 60s, every game.
Yep. Amery's had their chances. They've just been able to turn the ball over. It's surprisingly how some kids will rise to the occasion in a tough game, and some of them go to hide. And it's interesting to see that some of those kids are still playing hard and strong. And you got to give the Blackhawks credit. They come out here and they fight for every basket and every rebound.
Well, there's no doubt about that. They are really, it's an effort at all four corners for the Blackhawks, and they're just aiming. And real heads basketball. Now, it'll be an inbound pass from Brandt in the backcourt. Tipped by the House and pulled away by Morning, and he's fouled immediately by Scott the House Jensen in the backcourt. And that'll bring it down to the other end now, where it's going to be a 1-on-1 situation. After all these years, I missed the point on what happened out here. Apparently, what do we have, a timeout called before the foul or what?
There was a timeout called before the foul.
Okay, so there was no foul the last time. And Morning will be stepping in here now, shooting 1-and-1. And he is the game leader in points with 17. But missed on the front end the last time down. 23 seconds to go in the game. The Blackhawks by 2 and Morning at the line. Free throw on the way is good. Hit the front of the rim. Bounced to the back and came on through. So now it's a three-point game, 50-47. Fredrickson coming in. And Ginter coming out of there with the 4 fouls. Well, they want another three-point shooter in there. Amery does. Morning to try it again. If he makes it, it's a 4-point game. He does so. Inbound pass goes to Fredrickson. To Brotzel in the backcourt. He'll bring it across on the dribble. Pulls up on the near side. Goes all the way down to the baseline. Tries it off the glass. Good. And Amery calls timeout with 13 seconds to go. It's 51. They haven't put the points on the board yet. It's 51-49. Now they do so. And as they talk it over, let's go back for a 30-second. Well, let's keep it right here. We'll keep it right here. 51-49 is our score. Gabe Brotzel now with 15 points on the evening. 13 seconds to go in the contest. And the Blackhawks will have the basketball. And Amery needs a big play. Well, it's been a long time since we've had a big play. Like the one that Jeff Jensen had against the Durand Panthers at home. With 3 seconds left on the clock and the Panthers with the basketball, they have to go coast to coast. Jeff Jensen steals the inbound pass, steps behind the line and puts it through for 3 to send it into overtime, and Amery wins that game. Now that was I think 3 years ago.
Probably 3 or 4, yeah. We were down actually by 5 points. He stole the inbound pass went in for a layup. And then when he stole this inbound pass the second time, he couldn't go in for a layup because we were down 3. He backed up behind the free throw line, put that through. And the momentum for Amery was so great at that time that he wanted to win in overtime.
Only his father could remember that.
Right.
All right, the Blackhawks set to throw it in. Inbound pass taken away by Lindee. And a scramble for it picked up on the floor and still loose, and the Blackhawks have it. Brandt, and he's fouled with 6 seconds to go. Amery again had their chance. 1-and-1. Amery again had their chance and just could not get a handle on the basketball. Unbelievable. Nice steal by Matt Lindee, but somehow we just cannot get a handle on the basketball. We had our chance. We stole the inbound pass. And that basketball on the court, Amery had at least 3 tries, as did the Blackhawks. And when it's finally over with, a foul committed by Marcus Wilhelm. If the scoreboard is right, yes, that's number 4 on Marcus. And Jamison Schmidt at the line. Free throw is no good. Rebound to the House. And a timeout called by Amery with 5 seconds to go. So they will get another chance here to come down and hit for 2 or 3. We'll have to wait and see. I don't dare to take a timeout here, Mike Jensen. We don't want to miss anything.
Well, it'll be interesting what Coach Parr decides to do. With 5 seconds, that's not a lot of time. Amery's going to have to get the ball in from the far end and bring it all the way down court, and then try to get off a shot in 5 seconds. Now that's a difficult thing to do. What Parr doesn't want his people to do is to foul him, because that'll put Amery on the line with a 1-and-1. Well, no, actually, he's got to only 5 fouls according to the scoreboard. They can foul him once, which will take off time off the score. That's probably what he may do, is foul him, and they'll take off some more time, then they'll have to start over, and then there may not be enough time for Amery to get a shot off.
Good point. We'll have to wait and see. Amery will have to, I would think maybe they worked on this 1 or 2 times or 3 times, but that short inbound pass, you would think to me, would be a no-no at this point. Somebody's going to have to set up a screen and break somebody loose here around the timeline, or maybe even in the front court. Well, Coach Steve Wilhelm out on the floor, as is Coach Dale Parr, giving some final instructions here. Everybody spread out. The house will throw it in. It goes to Koppinger. He's fouled immediately by Jamison Smith. I have to question that, Mike Jensen. I really have to question that one.
Well, it took 1 second off the clock. That's what.
But it's a foul, is it not? I mean, it's a foul. Are they going to call it? Okay, that's right. You're right. I forgot that they had one to waste here. Now the house will throw it in from the near side, and there will be 4 seconds to go. Now, will the defense fall back or not? Coach Steve Wilhelm out on the floor talking with one of the referees, and he needs some clarification on something or other. But wow, I think he's... Well, whatever, we'll leave it alone. I'll tell you, there's 4 seconds to go now. The scorekeeper wants to get somebody in here, and that is Mulbrecht. And Jensen will throw it in. Wow, the front court is wide open. Long pass into the front court to Brotzel, complete. Near side, he'll try from the baseline. No good. Rebound comes down to Mulbrecht, and the game is over. 51-49. The Blackhawks have won it. And I'll tell you, it's like they won the conference championship or the regional championship or some championship in some capacity. That is the scene here as they win a big game, a tight game over the Amery Warriors, 51-49 the final.